Before we start, let's get our blocks, let's get a blanket, and let's get a yoga bolster. We can also substitute that for couch pillows as long as they're firm, and two really thick books, so that way you have something to substitute if you don't have these materials, okay? So let's start out with, let's do a deer, bending the left knee, bringing the heel close to the glute, and then bending the opposite leg. And let's just breathe. If you feel like you want to challenge, you can bring this knee more in. You'll start to feel it on the tops of your foot, left foot. Nice way to wake up your hip. And a nice way to stretch your leg as well. And just let your seat sink into the table, whatever surface you are on. Really starting to feel that stretch on the left leg now. Down into the foot. And now changing sides. My back is thanking me because I definitely needed them on this side. So just kind of notice, you know, you may need to linger more on one side than the other if you really need it on the opposite side. And if you want to challenge yourself, move the heel closer to the glute. And slowly let that right glute settle into the surface, whatever the surface that is for you. Let your shoulders drop back. Allow yourself to relax into this pose. Okay, now bringing your knees on opposite sides of the table or your mat, or just making more space. Bring the feet out too, and then you want to sink yourself, pushing myself back so y'all can see me. You can use the bolster. You can also use a block, whichever you prefer. I prefer the bolster. Oh, and you'll hear some clicks, I'm sure. And try to play around with it. You may not need it up under you so much. It's okay if your feet don't touch. You'll feel a space opening in the low back, which is exactly what you want. And you will also feel a space opening in the hips as well. Breathe right into that space. And no worries, I'll cue you when to turn your head to the other side. Slowly let the feet relax onto the surface you're on. Inhale. Exhale, turn the head to the opposite side. And let your legs relax. Let your body settle in. Allow your jaw to relax. Really breathe into that back body. Okay. Bring the hands onto the surface, palms on the floor, or whatever surface you're on. And just stay like this just for a second. This is really good for the chest. Pick the bolster or block away if you need to, so that way you can be more level. and just push yourself up just a little bit. You will have a slight bend in the back as long as that is comfortable for you. If not, you can come down, arms on top of each other, and bring your head down or to the side, whichever speaks. Okay, inhale yourself up, using your upper body. Ooh, that was good. All right, get your block or thick book we talked about. You're going to put it under the bolster or the firm pillows of the couch. So your option, if this is too much, would be to straighten out the legs, and you can go into reclined butterfly, which is the reverse of what you just saw. Otherwise, feel free to give this a try. Oh, and I like to fill in that space in between the back and the bolster with my arms. If your extra block or book fits, you can also put it in the space between your back and the bolster as well. Whatever works for you. And when your body's telling you, okay, that's enough, that's fine. Transition yourself. You can either do the deer or you can do the reclined butterfly. If you're already in it, that's great. Or you can just go ahead and straighten your legs. Elevated Shavasana. You can bring your head up a little bit, give yourself a little bit of a stretch, or bring it down to stretch the opposite way. And just let your body settle in. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Inhale yourself up. Use your arms and your hands to bring yourself up.